Hello everyone, today's topic is on how to troubleshoot unresponsive internet. So today we'll cover what does unresponsive internet look like, what causes internet to be slow or unresponsive, how do you troubleshoot this issue, and how do you prevent it. So what does unresponsive internet look like? It looks like it has slow loading times for websites and web pages, and pages take longer to load, and you may experience delays in accessing information. There's frequent buffering while streaming videos, and videos pause frequently to buffer, interrupting the viewing experience. There's intermittent and or constant disconnection from the internet, and you may lose internet connectivity intermittently or face continuous disconnections. There's unsuccessful attempts to load websites, resulting in error messages. Pages may fail to load entirely, displaying error messages like page not found or connection timed out. There's difficulty accessing online services or applications. Online applications and services may become inaccessible, impacting productivity and user experience. So what causes internet to be slow or unresponsive? So number one would be bandwidth congestion. When many users are using the internet at the same time, it can slow down the overall connection speed. Another one is outdated or faulty network equipment. So aging or malfunctioning hardware can lead to poor performance and connectivity issues. And the last one is interference from nearby electronic devices or physical obstruction. And in this one, electronic devices like microwaves and walls can obstruct the Wi-Fi signal, reducing the internet speed. Another one is high network traffic. So during peak usage times, like evenings, internet service may slow down due to the increased demand. Another one is internet service provider issues. So problems on the ISP's end, such as the maintenance or technical difficulties, can affect your internet connection. So how do you troubleshoot this issue? You can check the network connection by ensuring all cables and connections are secure. So you can make sure all cables are properly connected and there are no loose connections. You can restart the modem and router to refresh the network connection. So you can power cycle both the modem and router to reset their settings and establish a fresh connection. You can run a speed test to determine the current internet speed and compare it to the expected speed. So you can use online speed test tools to measure your internet speed and compare it to the plan you're subscribed to. How do you troubleshoot this issue? So you can check for any system updates for your devices and apply them if needed. So you can ensure that your devices have the latest software updates to optimize their performance. You can test the internet connection on other devices to see if the problem is device specific. This would verify if the issue is device specific or affects all the connected devices. So internet troubleshooting for Windows. If you're on Windows, you can run the built-in troubleshooter program to see if your computer can fix the issue for you. For Windows 10, you can click Start and then go to Settings, and then go to Update and Security, and then press Troubleshoot, and then select the troubleshooter for internet connections. For Apple, most Mac computers have a built-in diagnostic program that will scan your computer for issues, including problems with the Wi-Fi. It's called Apple Diagnostics on models from 2013 and later, and Apple Hardware Test on models from 2012 with at least OS 10.8.4. To run Apple Diagnostics, you can disconnect any Ethernet cables and external drives. You can hit restart and hold down the D key as the computer reboots. You can pick a language and then the diagnostic will launch automatically. How do you prevent it? So you can opt for a higher internet speed plan from your ISP to accommodate multiple users and devices. You can consider upgrading to a higher speed plan if you have many users or devices connected simultaneously. You can regularly update your network equipment's firmware for optimal performance. You can keep your router and modem updated to ensure they operate efficiently and securely. You can position your router in a central location and away from potential interference sources. So you can place your router in a central area, elevated from the floor and away from electronic devices and walls to improve the signal strength. You can limit the number of devices connected to the network simultaneously. So you can reduce the number of connected devices during high usage times to ensure a stable connection. You can use a wired connection whenever possible for more stable and consistent internet access. Ethernet connections provide a more reliable and consistent internet connection compared to Wi-Fi. Some additional tips. So you can use a Wi-Fi extender or mesh network system to expand coverage. If certain areas of your home or office experience weak Wi-Fi signals, you can consider using a Wi-Fi extender or a mesh network system to improve coverage. You can clear browser cache and cookies regularly. Clearing cookies can help speed up web browsing and prevent potential conflicts that may lead to unresponsiveness. You can implement quality of service settings. If your router supports quality of service, you can configure it to prioritize certain applications or devices, ensuring essential activities get sufficient bandwidth. You can perform regular antivirus and malware scans. Viruses and malware can cause network issues, so keep your devices protected with up-to-date security software. You can disable bandwidth-heavy applications and background processes. So you can close unnecessary applications and background processes that consume a significant amount of bandwidth, such as file sharing software or automatic updates. You can optimize your web browser settings. So you can adjust your browser settings to disable unnecessary add-ons, extensions, and plugins, which can slow down browsing. You can also contact your ISP for assistance. If the issues persist, reach out to your internet service provider for technical support and further troubleshooting. You can consider upgrading to a higher tier plan. If you consistently experience slow internet, upgrading to a higher speed plan might be a worthwhile investment. You can monitor network usage and identify bandwidth hogs. So use network monitoring tools to identify devices or applications consuming excessive bandwidth and address them accordingly. You can educate users about best practices. So you can educate all users in your network about internet etiquette, such as avoiding bandwidth-intensive activities during peak hours. So here are some resources to explore, which I'll put in the chat later on. And thank you for listening to today's presentation.